For the first couple weeks of the expansion, I've mostly just been playing around with pretty reasonable decks, just trying to get a feel for the meta, and, have my fun before it gets stale. But I think it's time to move on from that into meme deck territory. Or so I thought, because I've actually started out 6-0 with this beautiful creation. So what we're doing here is using High Abbess Alura to cheat out Tip the Scales. Very reminiscent of the Prismatic Lens Tip the Scales deck that ended up being surprisingly competitive. Now, the thing with Alura compared to Prismatic Lens is that you have to play spells. So we want to make sure that she always hits Tip the Scales, but we need to somehow activate her. So there are a few ways you can do it. You can just play a couple copies of First Day of School and then hope that you hit the 50-50 or higher than 50-50 based on how you mulligan. But that seems kind of sketchy. You can also play 2 copies of the same secret, because I assume anyway, once the first secret is in play, then it can't pull a second copy of it. So if you cast Noble Sacrifice with Allura, it always pulls Tip the Scales. And that's kind of interesting. I was originally thinking maybe I would just play Wand Maker as a minion that picks up a spell. But I think the best way to do it is actually just to play Making Mummies. It's a 1-card commitment to the deck, and you guarantee it always starts in your hand. And if it starts in your hand, you don't have to worry about pulling the wrong spell off Allura. It does make our mulligans a little bit worse, but that's fine. We're hard mulliganing for Allura anyway, so we draw her pretty often. Other than that, we're just Murloc Paladin. Murloc Paladin has a pretty strong core of cards. This expansion they also got Fishy Flyer, which isn't great on its own, but it's one of your best targets off Tip the Scales. And then not Murloc related at all, but we also got Goody Two Shields, which I think is just a good card in this deck. It's also sometimes a way to use the Making Mummies if you don't hit your other Spell Burst card. So yeah, like I said, somehow I started out 6-0 with this deck. Obviously that's not sustainable, and I should probably admit that I played Allura on curve 5 of those 6 games. But hey, maybe it's a real deck. Show me the Allura. Well, Merby's okay.
The fires of vengeance burn bright.
Alright, there's the Allura. And I do have coin, so that's a turn 4 Tip the Scales. Nice curve filler. I'm not excited to play Cold Light Seer next turn, but I probably will if it comes down to it. I would much prefer a Goody Two Shields draw.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Alright, 3 mana 2/3. It sucks. But next turn we've got the power play. He hasn't even put that much pressure on me. So I'm feeling pretty good about this game. Hopefully I can hit some rush and charge minions. Beautiful. I guess I'll trade with this. So obviously that weapon is killing my 3/3, but I still have a lot of power in play. This Tidecaller's big. Even if I don't have lethal next turn, it seems pretty hard for him to deny a pretty insane Scale Lord.
How is it even possible? Well met.
Wow, not the War Leader.
Let me tell you a story.
History buff.
Step up.
Alright, easy Scale Lord, I think. Do I have lethal? Attack 8, 12. No lethal. So the question is, do I like value trade and then give a Divine Shield? Probably. I think a 4/1 Divine Shield's better than a 4/3, right? And obviously I could have traded with the War Leader, but I prefer protecting the health on the War Leader.
Luther versus Valera.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
Imprisoned Sungill is definitely the best card in the opener, I would say. Other than Alura, of course.
Ho in the shadows.
Let's hope I don't draw the other Tip the Scales anytime soon.
Better be something good.
Hopefully I actually live to turn 5 so I can play Alura.
For justice.
A cruel fate awaits you in the ashes.
Trading, huh? 2 trades. Interesting. Might not have board space to play Tip the Scales next turn, but that's fine. If I can't play it, that means I'm winning, right?
Ho in the shadows.
Wow, he sapped there, huh? So do I Allura to make 3 random Murlocs? Probably not. I think I can hold back on the War Leader for a turn. It didn't do that much damage here. It's kind of nice to use it as a finishing blow if possible. Oh no, my board is gone. What will I do?
Become the hero. This world needs.
For justice.
I got some pretty sticky Murlocs, which is good for the War Leaders in my hand. I guess one of these War Leaders came off the Fish Flinger, right? I don't think I accidentally put 3 of them in my deck. No, not my face. Pretty sure I hard mulligan for Alura every game. Decent curve, though. Hopefully he doesn't have his 1-3. Well, at least if he has Hand of Adal here, I do have this Underlight Angling Rod to help clean up. I can just full trade the board here. I guess that's probably pretty good. Fishy Flyer is actually a pretty decent pickup for next turn. He plays Goody 2 shields, I trade into it, play this. I mean, I guess he's still ahead on board, it's not great.
The best defense is a great defense.
The Stone Tusk Boar.
For justice.
I can still draw Alura next turn. If I don't, though, this is going to have to be an honest game. And I don't know how often I win honest games with this deck.
Reporting for duty.
This is a Murloc, right? Well, maybe this game Tip the Scales on 8 will just be good enough. He's not really mounting much pressure. And if he does do something dramatic here, I do have Spectral Flyer plus Toxfin.
Follow the rule.
Not a super great clear, but a reasonable one.
Reporting for duty.
Do I want to Cold Light Seer to leave a 4-1 in play? Probably not, if I'm planning to play Tip the Scales next turn. Because not only is the Cold Light Seer better after that,
I wonder.
it's like it kind of just gets in the way of the stuff I'm summoning. Although I do already have a Scale Lord for post Tip the Scales. I'm actually gonna play this. It's easier to cast Tip the Scales next turn if I can use 6 power to trade into whatever he does.
Become the hero.
No, I want that card. I would love to see a Consecration burned here, probably.
Reporting for duty.
I think I just trade the 2-1 into the 1-1 and cast Tip the Scales. How much damage could I do with Tip the Scales, potentially? I could hit, like, Fishy Flyer, War Leader, Bluegill. So if I just trade the 2-1 into the 4-7, there is a reasonable chance I could kill it. But I probably don't want to count on that. Let's just do this. Definitely hit the low end of my curve. Maybe I can draw another Tip the Scales this turn. or Murloc Prime or Alura. Any of those are great draws. War leader. It's kind of hard to develop anything here. I think Imprisoned Sungill is too slow. Does my poisonous kill a 4/5? I'll take it. There's Tip the Scales, but my board is full. How many Murlocs do I even have left in deck? 6, including Murloc Prime.
Let me think. Reporting for duty.
I guess I'll send that 5 damage in. Probably goes in eventually anyway. And I wouldn't want his Librum of Justice to get a good kill. Consecration number 2. Alright, I probably tip the scales here. Kinda sucks to burn my Murloc Prime. But, if I don't tip the scales, like, I might just not draw into it. Oh wait, am I actually just dead here? No, I do hit a Fishy Flyer off this. I have Murloc Prime, Fishy Flyer, 2 Fish Flingers, and a Mermy. So 5, which means I can play this. I do still have a Scale Lord in my deck. I have this War Leader in my hand. Maybe Underlight Angling Rod can do something good. But I'm certainly approaching the end of my resources. He has played double Consecration though, so maybe that's not bad. He's only played one Aldor discount thingy. So all those Librum of Wisdom he added to his hand. Oh wait, that's not a Leadrin, that's a Lightforged Crusader. But they still cost 1 mana, is what I was getting at. Oh, he did add one to his hand. See, I'm smart. I think Scale Lord is definitely my best draw here. 52 shields. So let's do some trading. Maybe I'll still get to use this Making Mummies to spell burst my goody 2 shields. Let's see, his hand is only 3 cards from his deck, right? 2 Librum of Wisdom and 4 random cards. So he might just be dead here. Okay, that's gonna kill my War Leader, which shuts down my damage quite a bit. Maybe I can Angling Rod into another War Leader, and that'd be fair. Another goody 2 shields. Trade. Spell burst. I guess this. Do I kill the 3/2 or push 2 damage? Is this 3-2? Oh wait, I'm kind of weak. I might actually just die if I don't trade into this. I definitely feel like the aggressor in this game, so I'm surprised I've taken 21 damage. There's a very good chance, though, that he just can't deal with these Divine Shield minions. And even if he somewhat deals with my board, I do have the weapon in my deck, which does 6 over 2 turns. Why did you make a Nozari? Oh my god. I mean, I still hit him kind of hard here. Oh, fuck. This is going to be a hard game to win. He still has a Libram of Hope in his deck as well.
Become the hero. Another test. My favorite.
In time, all things are possible.
I think my weapon is actually still lethal here, isn't it?
Out of cards
8. Oh my god.
for justice. The battle.
Wow. That was a grind, and I still got there. This deck is sick.
Uther versus Tyrande.
You give me strength.
I will fight with honor.
I don't think I want to keep Murmy. I probably need the swing turn against Priest. There's the Alura. I've been getting really lucky hitting these Aluras. Shame I'm not on the coin, but can't have everything.
Reporting for duty.
Hopefully he gives me something to run this weapon into. That's too bad. Just hit him in the face, I guess.
The battle.
Okay, that gives me something to do this turn. I think the weapon's better than Fishy Flyer.
For justice. The battle.
It doesn't make sense to play any of my one-cost cards here.
I'm gonna win big. Become the hero. This world needs. Greatness calls.
Fishy Flyer was a good hit here. Lets me full clear. And my board is actually fairly resilient to AoE here. How much power do I have in play? 9 plus 8 is 17. I think the best I can do from hand the next turn is 4. So not quite lethal. In that sense, I guess the Imprisoned Sungill is kind of a bummer. Okay, pretty far from lethal if he kills my war leader. Another war leader. Probably want to save that for the killing blow. Let's go ahead and Spectral Flyer this thing. And I guess I will value trade into it. I am scared of that Sethic Veil Weaver randomly generating, I don't know, like a Soul Mirror or something. This Sir Finley that I picked up might actually be usable this game. Although I do still have 4 dupes in the deck. Was that his Murloc he was about to play? Okay. That seems pretty ignorable. Right? Like, why would I bother trading into those? I mean, I can just trade this off so I can slam a War Leader, which does... what, plus 6 damage here, I guess? So let's see, I have 4, 8, 10, 13. With War Leader, it's 21 damage. It's actually a pretty good break point because I have this bluegill in my hand.
Let me think.
There's no way I ever die here, is there? If I play the War Leader and he has Shadow Madness, then he would have... God, how much power? 17? Yeah, that's still kind of far off.
I wonder.
I must insist.
See if I did the math right. Yeah, put him to 2. Putting him to 2 is good here. I only have 3 from hand, so if he manages to clear and heal, I'm not going to have lethal. And it's actually pretty hard to draw into lethal. I'd really only be looking at the second bluegill. Maybe I could generate something with this angler, though. I'm not sure what that attack means. Maybe like Shadow Madness, Holy Nova or something.
To control life, we must wield the power of death. You serve me now.
That's so sad. He spellbursted the coin. I think he was just dead here though, right? Actually, he could have stolen a rush minion. No, he was dead. If he had done that right and stolen the rush minion, killed the war leader, I would have needed to play a card from hand to kill him. But he was dead either way.